Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. Another episode featuring game rigging cheaters today, guys. And in this example, we have a player that sent the replay to me where he noticed a game rigging cheater on his own team. Beautifully documented, and we're going to watch this replay. Before we start, though, I just want to make a couple of comments. I've been inundated now with replays from you. You guys are becoming more observant and you're noticing this type of behavior in the game. I've noticed that there's no one else really talking about it. I noticed that Wargaming hasn't mentioned anything about it. I'm the only guy that's featuring this stuff, and I'm going to keep featuring it as long as you guys keep sending me the replays. And if you show me some support by subscribing to my channel, help the channel grow if you appreciate this kind of work. And share this video with as many people as you can so that more people can become aware of this problem. Okay, guys? Remember, we had a problem 4 or 5 years ago of team damage and assholes in the game. It took 60 episodes of The Biggest Asshole featuring that kind of stuff. And finally, Wargaming removed team damage, and I think their algorithm, their automated system now for physics abuse and team damage and SPG stunning their own teammates is pretty good now. And I don't get a lot of asshole videos sent to me anymore. So this makes a difference. And please support my channel, guys, and subscribe and share the video, okay, so that we can have a larger discussion about this phenomenon that we see in the game. Let's get into this example now, okay, guys? The battle is starting. This one was sent in by Space Aggressor from the Omega clan. All right. Now this one's beautiful. This one's incredible. He's got a platoon on his team, an IS-7, a T-110E5, and a T-62A. Okay, there's a platoon on the enemy team, a T-57 Heavy, a WZ-115A, and an M48 Patton. Okay, now let's get this replay going at the right speed and let's launch into it. You guys, you're going to watch this and go, wow. It's something that if you were in this game and you went to the city, or if you went to spot down the lake road, or if you went anywhere but where he goes, you would not know that this rigging happened, okay? And I propose to you that this happens a lot, and most players don't notice it in their battle. This guy, Space Aggressor, shout out to you for noticing it. We're going to go in third person because he zooms in and out and in and out all the time. But I want you to take particular note of the T-62A who positions himself right there. Okay, he's going to stay there pretty much the whole battle. Now we're going to stay in third person mode and look here. Look at the Patton. The Patton moves up into position here and now just sits there. Look at the Patton right here. He might fire his gun a couple of times. He's been hit twice now by the T-62A, but does he retreat? No, he just sits there. He points his gun at him, but he does not shoot. He's just showing his side, showing his lower plate. He's getting farmed by the T-62A. He doesn't back up. He says there, shoot me in the lower plate. Boom. Okay, first kill by the T-62A. He killed the Patton, who is a member of the platoon on the enemy team. Okay. Now, meanwhile, this guy's trying to play the game here, right? He's getting shot by artillery. These guys are trying to play the game. People in the city are trying to play the game. Everyone's just playing the game. And you might not have, oh, come on, Klaus, that doesn't really prove rigging. That, what's the big deal? The T-62A just farmed that guy. Now watch. The T-57 Heavy, it's his turn to move into position. And he's just going to sit there, but the T-62A now has another target, this 60 TP, who I believe is trying to play the game. And he's permatracked now. The T-62A has permatracked him and is going to take him out. But now watch the T-57 Heavy. The T-57 Heavy sits there and shows his lower plate, doesn't move his gun, doesn't do anything. Let's look at the T-57 Heavy there, guys. Doesn't do anything. I'm being farmed, he says. That's his job, is to just sit there and be farmed. And the T-62A is pumping shot after shot after shot into him right there. Oh, it's Unicom gameplay. No, it's not. Look at the T-57 Heavy. Doesn't even move. He knows no one else can shoot him. And it's his job just to be, boom, farm. T-57 Heavy is dead. Who's next? Well, let's see. Who's next? WZ1115A moves into position, and he's going to be careful that these other players don't shoot him, but he's just going to, he doesn't want anyone else to shoot him, but he's going to use the dead body to block himself from this AMX, and now he's just going to sit there and angle his pike nose so that the T-62A can farm him. There he is. Look, he doesn't fire his gun. He's just going to get farmed now by the T-62A. Just sit there. Just sit there. He's not going to move. He's not going to move. He's not going to fire his gun. Boom. Maybe he fired his gun and missed. The three of them farmed. Okay, now I've backed up. I've backed up on this battle. We witnessed the farming, but now we've backed up and we're going to just look at the mini-map, okay? We've reversed the replay. While this was going on, look at the mini-map here. The IS-7, which is the platoon mate of this T-62A, has done nothing. He's just sat here. And the T-110E5 has never left the base. He's just sat there. His two platoon mates are just placeholders. They're just in the game to make sure that the enemy team has two more heavy tanks to balance the matchmaking. And they're not going to take any of the damage. They just, they basically just sit there and don't do much. And this is the typical kind of thing you see with these game rigging platoons. Okay, you'll have one guy that's gonna get the mission done or do all the damage. That's the T-62A. He's gonna have two platoon mates that really don't do anything. All right, maybe till the end of the game they might move up, or they might try and save him if someone tries to kill him. And then there's an enemy platoon. That's the feeder platoon. And that's the typical way of game rigging. And that's what we see here. Now the IS-7 has moved up. The IS-7 has moved up to this position here. He's not doing anything. He's just moved up. I don't think anyone's even controlling the T-110E5 computer. But let's go back here and just rewatch the ending here where the WZ115A just sits there. Doesn't back up. Get farmed. WZ on another shot by the T-62A. He just sits there. And he gets farmed. So let's watch the remainder of this replay and then look at the post-game stats. Okay, guys? So this guy here, Space Aggressor, you tried your best, buddy. You tried your best. Now the IS-7 moves up and he's going to take the hits. He's moving up, and he's the target now. And what's T-62A going to do? He's going to keep farming. He's going to keep farming. IS-7 is hoping that he's the target. Oh, our AMX died. IS-7 is the target. T-62A keeps farming. IS-7 is the target. T-62A keeps farming. Look at this. Look at this. T-62A is the farmer. IS-7's about to die. Does he take a shot? Okay. IS-7 just moved up. He was the target. He didn't take any shots. T-62A just farms damage. IS-7, I think, fired his gun a couple of times. Yeah, the IS-7 fired his gun there. Wow. We'll just watch the T-62A keeps going. Farming as much as he can, getting the most as he can out of this game. The T-62A finally died. What a Unicom gameplay. It's just fantastic player. Boy, I would really love to have that T-62A on my team. Let's look at the post-game stats. So a victory for Space Aggressor, but let's look in detail at the post-game stats here. The T-62A farmed his way to 8,846 damage. Okay, the IS-7, who kind of ran interference at the end there and just made himself a target, fired his gun occasionally, did a little bit of damage, and the T-110E5 didn't even participate in the battle. On the enemy team, the platoon that just allowed themselves to be farmed, they all did nothing, okay? And you could look at these sometimes if you didn't observe what happened and say, well, there's three other players on the enemy team that did nothing. they weren't involved in game rigging. Maybe this is just a platoon that just happened to get in this situation and played against a really bad platoon, and they just had a really good game. Well, when you look at these accounts in a little bit more detail, you see even more of a pattern that's just blatant rigging. Let's look at the T110E5 here, who is not anonymized. It's Azbeznikar from the SAT clan. Let's look at that account. And this is an account that recently just does nothing. In the past 3, 7, 30, 60 days, WN8 of 37 in the past 100 battles. If you look at the history of the account, this account had a player that was playing on average with 1,200, 1,100 WN8, a green player, and then just recently, boom, drops to doing nothing for the past a little while here. Obviously an account that's just been snapped up by a boosting company and is used now just as a garbage account. What about the accounts on the enemy team that did nothing? Let's just look at the top one here. Care10 from the TTK clan. He did not anonymize himself. Let's look at that account. And this once again is an account that overall used to be a decent, green player, but now is playing games and doing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 WN8, 0 damage. 60 days, 278 games of 0 WN8 wargaming. Come on, you got to flag these accounts. You look at the history of the account, and it was an account that played as a blue or green level WN8, anywhere between 1,500 and 2,000 WN8. And then there's a gap of no games, and now boom, starting in October, this account does 0. This is a garbage account that's used in game rigging. What about the guy that was being fed here that's anonymized? What about this guy here? Let's actually find out who he really is and check out this account. Miss Taffy is an anonymized name, and boy, Wargaming, you sure have a beautiful program that provides a variety of very creative anonymized names. You're really good at that, but you can't catch an account that's played 1,000 games in a row and done 0. Wow. You can run, but you can't hide if you anonymize yourself, because I can find you. Miss Taffy is the name, but the real name is X-Professional. This is from the replay file itself. X-Professional, let's check out your account. So surprise, surprise, X-Professional is a Unicom, and he's a combat officer at the Prey clan. He's only played 419 games and has a WN8 almost 7,000. This guy is a super Unicom. A new reroll account that's on its way to being the best World of Tanks account in the game. Wow. Well done, my friend. Well done. And guys, when you look at all the ingredients, you realize that yes, this is just blatant game rigging. There are 6 accounts in this game that were working together to boost this X-Professional anonymized Miss Taffy. And there's more. Don't stop watching the video, because there's more. All right. Now, I've mentioned this before, that when a boosting company or tries to rig to boost one particular account, in this situation, the T62A, what they do is they get ready, they go 3, 2, 1, and then they try to drop into the same game. So this platoon here of the game rigger, the cheater, the support tank, and the AFK tank, they have to get in the same game as another platoon. All right. But these boosting companies don't want that to be just by chance. So they drop in, they may have 2 or 3 or 4 platoons trying to drop in at the same time. Maybe 6, 9, 12 different accounts trying to drop in at the same time. And in this particular game, these 3 tanks in this platoon ended up in the same game on the opposite side, and they just let the cheater farm them. What about the other tanks? What about the, when they say 3, 2, 1 battle, some platoons don't end up in the same game. What happens to them? They end up in a different game. They destroy other games when they don't drop into the right game. And guess what? Surprise, surprise, surprise. Care10 from the TTK clan. Watch this. So Care10 from the TTK clan was the patent that just allowed himself to be farmed, that did 0 damage. This is the next day. Okay, this is the next day. Someone else sent me a replay. This is DJ Apecum in his Emil 1951. And guess what, guys? Guess what? He's in a game, completely different game, different day. And let's just stop it right here. And who's this? It's Care 10 from the TTK clan. And he is in a platoon with a 110 and a Super Pershing. But in this particular game, I guess when they went 3, 2, 1 battle, his platoon maybe didn't drop into the game of the tank they were trying to boost. So what do they do in this game? Nothing. Same guy in a platoon. This time he's in tier 8. We know the behavior. We just watched the first replay. We know that he's a game rigging cheater who it's just a throwaway account that's used to try and boost people. Care 10 from the TTK clan. Wouldn't you like to have him on your team? They're not moving into position. They're not allowing themselves to be farmed. And I think the explanation is, well, they tried to drop, they didn't get in the game, and this is what they do. Let's put this thing on fast forward and just watch what's going on here. We're going to watch it at 8 times speed, and you're going to get a headache. Don't worry, I'm going to zoom into the mini-map. Zooming into the mini-map, guys, and what do they do? Nothing. The whole freaking game, absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. But the funny thing is, this team, even without the 3 disgusting game rigging cheater accounts, is able to emerge victorious and win the game. And that's how sometimes these accounts that do absolutely nothing still have a win rate that is considered reasonable. This goes down as a victory. There he is, Care 10 from the TTK clan. Didn't fire his gun, didn't move. It says destroyed by himself because they, at the end of the game when you're AFK, you explode. The 110, same thing, destroyed by himself. And the Super Pershing, same thing, destroyed by himself. This guy is not using the anonymizer either. He's from the Sati clan. Azbeznikar, that's the same guy from the first battle that was playing the T110E5 in the first game rigging cheater battle that we viewed. Now, these professional game rigging cheating companies have become so brazen and so confident that wargaming will not do anything that they're even advertising in the game. All right, let me show you a couple of screenshots that you guys have sent me. Messages that you've received in-game. This one here sent by renamed user with a lot of numbers there. Hi, I am the head of the account boost service, WOTupgrade.com. I just want you to know that we can do any of your assignments for a reasonable fee. Everything is fair and without deceit. Transactions can be executed through a guarantor, which makes fraud impossible. We carry out any service, personal missions for 279E and 260, marks of excellence, leveling statistics, grinding credits, and much more. Visit our website, WOTupgrade.com, for pricing. Good luck in the battle. They're actually in the game sending these messages. And I bet you could report these guys. And do you think the accounts will get deleted? Or do you think Wargaming will trace those IPs and find out where these messages are coming from? Or do anything about it? Here's another message that one of you sent me, received in-game by Paholi3 World of Tanks Upgrade. He has the name of the web boosting site in his in-game name. Paholi3 World of Tank Upgrade. That's his username. And this isn't just an automated spammed message. This is part of a conversation. There's someone on the terminal actually typing this stuff. I want you to know that we are. We help with personal missions, marks, ranks, events, silver experience, and many more services. Happy Face. A team of pro players from all over the world will fulfill any of your orders. World of Tanks Upgrade will do the most difficult and tedious work for you. Go to our website and see the price list. Good luck in battles. Happy Face. So guys, another example. And like I said, I'm getting dozens and dozens and dozens of them sent from you guys. I could do a video every day featuring one of these, okay? But I'm not going to do it just like the Biggest Assholes episodes. I think I did one every week or one every 2 weeks. We'll probably do one of these every couple of weeks and highlight some of the most blatant ones. I get quite a few of them where when you look at the post-game stats, things look very, very suspicious. But there's no way of really telling because the player that sent me the replay might have been fighting on the 1-2 line and all the action happened on the 9-0 line. And when you watch that replay, you really can't tell unless you're happen to be in a good position of perspective like Space Aggressor was in this game. And Wargaming will not give me the aerial view camera, which would make it easy. I could move around the battlefield and actually try and see these things from different perspective. I've asked if I could get the aerial view camera, but they never responded to me. So I don't have that. I have to rely on your replays that you guys send me. Like I said, guys, show me some support. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know that you appreciate this kind of work. Share the video as much as you can just to get this issue out to more people. I'm not the biggest channel, right? And I don't see any other CCs talking about this stuff, maybe just once or twice, but not. There's no other voice, guys. I'm the guy, all right? I'm the guy. If you want to keep hearing about this stuff, send it to me. Click the About tab in my on my YouTube channel. It'll tell you how to send me replays. This was a perfect example. Well done, Space Aggressor. I will catch you guys on the next one.